Hello everyone, Will the FHE fanboy here, and I'm back again with another VHS update. I've got two tapes to show you today that just came in the mail, and unlike most of the other VHS updates, neither of these are FHE tapes. They're from another video company that I've been taking a little bit of an interest in lately. And here they are. Two releases from Children's Video Library. If you didn't know, Children's Video Library was the children's division of Vestron Video back in the 80s. They didn't last nearly as long as FHE did. They only lasted from 1983 to 1987. But I'd argue that they put out some stuff on video that was just as good, my humble opinion at least. Like they put out Tubby the Tuba before FHE got a hold of it. And they put out some other things too, but I'll go into more detail about them as we go along. But for now, these are what I would call my first two releases from them, other than my copy of Puff the Magic Dragon, which I don't know if it can be officially classified as such, given it doesn't have the logo anywhere on the cover. But anyway, let's start off with the first tape we got here. Mighty Mouse, The Great Space Chase, the motion picture. This is one of their first wave tapes, and it was none too cheap neither. $39.95 was what it costed back in 1983. That was back when all the children's videos were expensive. But luckily, the one that I got on eBay was a lot cheaper than that. It wasn't being sold by a scalper. And there's the back cover. Y'all can read the description if you want to. Oh, and also, if I can put the camera down for a little bit here. They're totally not ripping off somebody else's cover design right here. Yeah, on the right, that's the Walt Disney Home Video cover design from 1980. And on the left is the Children's Video Library cover design from 3 years later. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. See? You see that right there? Back cover's a bit more different though. But yeah, I think Disney noticed that their cover design was similar, and they told them, hey guys, knock it off, and their later releases started becoming a bit more different. Yeah, that was a funny thing I wanted to point out about them. But something even more special about this particular tape is it comes with the Children's Video Library catalog from 1983. And it's got their logo engraved into the clamshell. That's really cool. I think I'll give you guys a look at that. Look at this catalog, which I'll hopefully scan. As you can see, it's got a bunch of their first wave titles in here, given that this is when the tape came out. trying to pass it by as slow as possible so you guys can read all this. And pause it. You'll look at the catalog numbers and stuff. Because all that stuff is important, at least to me anyway. And of course we got Tubby the Tuba on the back there. And we got Benji's very own Christmas Story and Marlo Thomas and Friends and Free to Be You and Me. These two right here were two of the Children's Video Library releases that FHE distributed under their name in the 90s. And we got a little thing on the back here. Yeah, this was the big motivator for me to get this, because I haven't seen this catalog scanned online properly. I don't think anybody scanned it. And there is the tape. It's got a little H on the label, but doesn't really hurt it that much. There is the film on the inside. There's the top. If I can get the camera to focus, thank you. Is there anything on the bottom? No, just a T90 thing that shows what type of tape they recorded this copy on. I'm pretty sure all of them were recorded like this anyway. And I think it's really cool that they got their logo into the clamshell like this. Like they made a specific request that their videos had to be packaged that way. They wanted that to make them stand out from the competition, I guess, and to just make their videos more cool or something, I don't know. But whatever the motivator was, I think that's really cool that they did that. All right, and the other one I got is Babar the Elephant Comes to America. This is one of the Bill Melendez produced Babar TV specials from the early 70s. This was long before the Nelvana Babar show that FHE put out on video. And as you can see, they changed up the cover design by this point. I genuinely do think Disney saw what they were doing and they were just like, Can you not? Can you not rip us off? I understand you like our cover design, but F you, all right? So I think they changed it because Disney noticed and they didn't like it. At least I think that's what happened. I don't know the real reason. There's the back cover. I haven't watched either one of these yet. I'm just recording this as I've gotten them. I haven't transferred either one of these yet. But this one I know is the sequel to another of the Bill Melendez Babar specials that Children's Video Library put out. That being the story of Babar the Little Elephant. I didn't get a copy of that one. At least not yet. And if I do get a copy, I hope it's going to be I hope the one that I find is a clamshell one instead of a slipcase copy. Because the clamshell ones are cooler. And because they were the originals. As you can see on the back, on the package, it says 1986, I think. I think it says 1986. Let me just improve the focus on the camera here. Yes, 1986. Okay. And there is the tape itself. And just like with the last one, we got the Children's Video Library logo embossed in here. It looks like a different variant, though, than the other clamshell case. And this sticker, I believe, does not have the print date on there. It's just got the catalog number, I think. There's the top. There's the side. You don't need to see those things. They don't have anything on them. Oh, and I didn't realize this was in here. Seems like this clamshell was made by Blair Industries Incorporated. I'm gonna grab the Mighty Mouse tape and see if this was... Okay, yes, it is different. It is different on the Mighty Mouse tape. You can see that more of the strings on the balloons are revealed in the 1986 clamshell, whereas on the earlier one, they're more obscured. I knew something was different here. And of course, you can obviously see the labels on both tapes are different. As the first one's vertical and the other one's horizontal, or do I have that backwards or something? I never was the best at math. So yeah, two of my first diversions into another company's videos in a long time. Well, aside from the stuff that I got for my birthday and the millions of other things that I have in my collection, but yeah. These are my first real diversions into the catalog of Children's Video Library titles. I got one from when they started and one from close to when they ended. And I'm pretty interested in finding out just what's on these things when I start playing them and transferring them and stuff. So yeah, that's your little VHS update for the day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.